I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that this is going to be the most exciting video you'll watch today, but hopefully you'll find it helpful. Let's talk about 3 different portable pedalboard power supply options and weigh their pros and cons. Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and you are so good at making your loved ones feel appreciated and safe. This video isn't sponsored by any particular brand. I was, however, sent each of these products, and I have dedicated videos for the D'Addario XPND pedal power battery kit and the Mission Engineering 529i, which you can, still watch those videos on this channel. Birdcord sent me their USB to 9-volt converter cable and kind of inspired this video, but didn't really ask for any specific content around it. So yeah, that's my full disclosure. Let's start with the most expensive option, which is the Mission Engineering 529i USB power supply. This cost $199 as of filming. And I use this guy a lot and I quite like it. It has 8 isolated power slots to deliver 500 milliamps and the rest sit at 300. It's all labeled right there on the top for you. That's a lot of power, and the compatibility with power-hungry modern pedals is the reason I use this one so frequently it shows. All of the outputs are 9 volts, but if you have an 18-volt pedal, this can still power that via a doubler cable, and I believe it comes with a doubler cable, but I never use that, so I can't speak to it. It also has a USB-A power out slot, which is great if you're like me and use your iPad for charts when performing, or if you're streaming while busking or something like that. The big con is that it takes a while to charge from a computer's USB port, which is where I usually charge this guy. And if you're running a lot of digital pedals, the battery will drain more quickly. However, it promises 2 hours when fully charged and used, and that sounds about right for me. And as far as turning it on, there's a little button at the top and it will tell you how much you have left. I have 2 out of 5 bars still left on this one right here. It's relatively compact though. It doesn't sit, it's a little fat, so it doesn't sit comfortably under my XPND pedal board, which leads me to our next option, the D'Addario XPND pedal power battery kit. This is our second most expensive option, coming in at $169 as of filming. But before I get too far into the XPND pedal power battery kit, both this and the Mission Engineering 529i USB power supply are available through affiliate links in my video description. Using those affiliate links to buy gear or anything else doesn't add to your costs, but a portion of each sale made is shared with me. It's a great way to support this channel doing things that, let's be honest with ourselves and each other, we were probably going to do anyway. As I mentioned earlier, I have a full demo of the XPND pedal power battery kit on our channel as well. My channel. But the too long didn't watch is that I have gigged with this power supply and was really happy with it. It ships with an external battery pack. That's what this is, which has a very nice battery power life display right there. And this still has some power, 94%. Let me go ahead and get that on the other camera as well. 94%. You can see this display through the slots of any slotted pedal board like the XPND series pedal board, which is my go-to board these days. How it works is this battery gets plugged into this hub right here via the USB-C cable that I just unplugged from it. And then you connect that with an included daisy chain, which is a very unique daisy chain. I'll talk about that right now. Let me just go ahead and grab it. In my opinion, this is the coolest part of this device. This daisy chain is fully adjustable with regards to the distance between the plugs. You can even swap the plugs from the standard straight angle, which would look like, put it over here, look like this, with the right angle, which just folds over like that. It's really incredible. The cable itself is self-healing, which is a real thing, to be clear. Google that if you don't believe me, but it makes it so that you can make a really, really tidy daisy chain, way tighter than the classic style of daisy chain where the distance between the plugs is what it is, and you have to use maybe external cabling to tidy things up, which people don't always want to do. I don't remember exactly, it looks like 8 to 12 plugs is what this guy ships with, but you can buy extras. A 2-pack of the plugs costs about $7. Of course, it's still a daisy chain, and sometimes daisy chains don't work great with digital pedals. But since we're talking about the Dario here, they have a thoughtful solution. That is the XPND noise isolator. So this isolates any pedal on your board to get rid of unwanted noise, and it really works. So how that works is you plug in directly to the daisy chain, and then another plug comes out and into the pedal. I used this on my board for a single pedal that was giving me some noise issues, and it took care of the issue completely. This part right here costs $35 as of filming. The battery life on the XPND kit is pretty good. It estimates 10 hours on a board that has 8 to 10 pedals with a total milliamp draw of 300 to 350. So yes, this has a longer battery life, but it is best for boards that don't have extremely high power needs. It doesn't recommend using this product at all for pedals that have 500 milliamp draws, for example. Unlike the other options on this list, you cannot charge the battery while using it, and I gotta be honest, I think that's a bit of a mess, but you can buy backup batteries for about $40, which I think is honestly a fine price for a rechargeable 10,000 milliamp hour portable power cell. You can actually buy each part of this kit separately, except for the gateway, which is this part. Yeah, everything else you can buy separately, which I think is really cool. Having something that's that modular just makes things more flexible and more appealing to me. The cable kit that comes with 12 plugs, I believe that's about $50, but you'd probably just start with the full kit. Last but not least, the Songbird FX Birdcord USB converter cables are made to work with the battery packs you already own. Like, I have this one from Anchor that I take with me on trips. I believe this is also 10,000 milliamp hour device. You can see, let's compare it to the Dario one. So it is a little bit fatter. No, it's not. So the Dario in general is really similarly sized. This is the Dario. This is the one I bought on Amazon. So like this one's a bit longer. This one is a bit wider. They have about the same depth to them. So I assume this would fit under a pedal board as well. But again, these are made to work with whatever you have, and they're very affordable compared to the other items on this list. They're about $25 as of filming. You can also add a 5-way daisy chain. That costs about $11, but I don't see why any daisy chain wouldn't work. So right here we have the Birdcord. This is the plug that goes into the power supply. This is the side that goes into the pedals or the daisy chain. Pretty simple. And then they have sent me this one, which works with USB-C. So you just have whatever USB-C cable you have running into this end right here. So I can grab a USB-C cable, plug it in there. This end goes into the charger. This goes into the pedal or the daisy chain. I have not gigged with this one, just full disclosure, but it promises a peak output current of 1,000 milliamps. That by itself is enough for any Chase Bliss pedal, period. It doesn't have an estimate on how long you could power your pedals with different power supplies, but that doesn't surprise me. That's really going to vary based on the milliamp hours of your power supply and how many pedals you have hooked up to it. The output voltage of the Birdcord that I have right here is 9 volts, but they make a few others, including 12 and 18 volt converter cables. They also have options for USB-A, which is this, USB-C, which I showed you, at various voltages. By the way, the Birdcord doesn't just work for pedals, though that's the focus of my video today. Apparently, it can also be used for powering, quote, some mini amplifiers, keyboards, synthesizers, samplers, and more, including the Marshall MS2, the Boss Katana Mini, the Roland SP404 Sampler Mark I, Cube, Street, and Mobile Cube. Apparently, it can even charge a Korg Minilog or the Casio CTK1500 with an adapter. Personally, I really like this as an affordable solution to use with tools you already have. Compared to the D'Addario solution, I'd miss the big battery percentage display, but this is certainly less expensive. I also don't see why you couldn't pair this with the D'Addario XPND noise isolator, the power bank, or even their daisy chain. But the big question is, which one is best for you? Well, and the truth is, it depends on your rig. The Mission Engineering 529i is absolutely the best choice if you're running a lot of digital pedals. It's not even a question. The literal only bummer is that it doesn't charge via USB-C and doesn't fit very well under the pedal board I gig with most often. But that's not to say, because I just don't know the answer to this, Mission might have a newer product that has USB-C, in which case disregard that last one. And as for the size of it, I believe they have other options in different sizes, though again, I'm just trying to speak to what I have personal experience with, things that I've held in my hands, you know what I mean? If you don't have significant power needs, both the D'Addario and the Birdcord are fantastic options. If you're comfortable spending a little more, I really like the D'Addario power bank, which fits under my board perfectly and gives me a visual indication of remaining battery life. Plus, it was absurdly tidy looking with that daisy chain, and I know that matters a lot to some people. I try to be tidy, but it doesn't always work out that way. And I think that the best budget solution is a mix. The Birdcord combined with the D'Addario XPND noise isolator if you have digital pedals. And if you don't, probably just the Birdcord and a daisy chain. Well, I trust the D'Addario power supply, the power bank I should say, more than a random power bank I bought on Amazon. Most of us likely have portable power banks, like the one I showed off earlier, that would totally work to power most of our pedals, and we could easily swap them out. Some of them are different sizes. I have a few that are like the size of a credit card, but just a little bit fatter. So swapping those in and out would be supremely easy, and frankly, you could even fit a couple of them under a pedal board. I'd use the Birdcord without hesitation for a smaller pedal board, like the minimal rig I use when gigging a pedal steel, for example, since that's just a volume pedal and a tuner and maybe a reverb depending on the amp I'm running. Well, I hope this video was helpful, and if you liked it, check out the one on the screen, which YouTube has chosen just for you. I'd be remiss to not say please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.